Hi everyone, this is Mohammed Al-Hamam and I'm going to present the paper which is about NFTs, applications and challenges. This paper was written by Wajaha Rehman, Hijabi Zainab, Juwairia Imran and Narmeen Zakaria Bawani from Jinnah University for Women. Starting with the definition of NFT. So, NFT, which is a shortcut of non fungible tokens, are digital assets that are representative of physical or digital creative work or intellectual property, including music, digital art, games, GIFs, video clips, and more. Non fungible in NFT means that each token is not exchangeable with another token, making each token a unique entity that represents a single specific object. These tokens consist of digital information in the form of media, for example, music, video, image, the value of which can be calculated in terms of cryptocurrencies. The NFTs are part of the Ethereum blockchain in particular, but differ from Ethereum coins, which are fungible, which means that exchangeable with similar types of assets. NFTs began gaining attraction of the masses with CryptoPunks in October 2017, but became more popular since the largest art sale in the history, which was made by Mike Winkelmann, who is a digital artist who sold his work for nearly 70 million US dollars. The sale directed a lot of attention towards NFTs, the growth of which has been on upward trend since it has been getting a generous amount of attention from artists and art fans. Previously, NFTs were only known in a limited sphere of the blockchain community, but currently have a market of their own, making up to 1.2 billion US dollars in sales as of July 2021. Although NFT is an emerging technology, but it has gained a lot of traction among researchers. This paper discussed the notable increase in deployment of NFTs since its inception, present the significant challenges posed by the NFTs application in the current technological and legal atmosphere, explore the diverse applications of NFTs in various domains. This research paper is organized as follows. Section 1 consists of an introductory overview of NFTs that entails the discussion of technologies that have been used to create NFTs as well as its history and current market state. Section 2 provides a brief look into the numerous use cases of NFTs in various domains. Section 3 presents the challenges pertinent to the implementation of the NFTs, and finally, a conclusion which summarizes the findings of the research and presents its future direction. Starting with the first section, in this section, I will give a brief overview about the technologies being used around the concept of NFTs and the growth of NFT marketplaces. So, starting with the first one, which is the blockchain. A blockchain is essentially a distributed digital ledger of transactions that encompasses the whole network of computers. It is dispersed, which means it does not require a central authority to function. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency to leverage blockchain technology. It was convinced in 2008 and deployed in 2009. Since then, this distributed ledger concept has attracted other initiatives from various industries. To verify and authenticate ownership, blockchain works in the following way. It's made up of data packages called blocks, which are cryptographically interconnected to one another. And by adding each additional block, it creates a chain, which is a complete digital ledger. Blockchain is a sort of distributed ledger technology in which transactions are stored using an irreversible cryptographic signature known as a hash, and blocks can be authenticated by the network using cryptographic means. As the hash values are unique, fraud can be detected because modifications to a block in the chain changes the hash value immediately. The technology is suitable for a wider range of applications and is being researched in a number of fields, including finance, public and social services, security and privacy, and smart contracts. The second technology that being used around the concept of NFTs is Ethereum. So, Ethereum is a community run technology software platform that enables hundreds of decentralized apps to be built and deployed. Ethereum is based on blockchain technology. It's a blockchain with a built in Turing complete programming language. It has an abstract layer that allows anyone to define their own ownership, transaction formats, and state transition methods. This is accomplished through the use of smart contracts. And smart contracts are a collection of cryptographic rules that are only performed if specific terms are satisfied. Also, such a platform serves as the foundation for a virtual currency known as Ether, which is a cryptocurrency asset used in the Ethereum blockchain. Ether is, in some ways, the gasoline for running Ethereum's distributed applications. It's possible to send money to other accounts or to machines that are doing a certain task using this currency. Ether may therefore be used to operate decentralized applications, create smart contracts, generate tokens, and make ordinary peer to peer payments. In this slide, I'm showing the top market places that can provide a platform for buying and selling NFTs, but some of them are more popular than others. So, as shown in the table, OpenSea is the platform or the marketplace that the professor introduced in the beginning of the course. It has more than 46,000 traders and more than 73 million US dollars volumes. And here are the top four marketplaces. In this slide, I'm showing the most expensive NFTs that were sold so far. So the first one, which is the most expensive, called Every Days, the first 5,000 days, and was sold for 69.3 million US dollars. The second one, called CryptoPunk, number 7523, was sold for 11.75 million US dollars. And the third most expensive NFT, called CryptoPunk, with the number 3100, and was sold for 7.67 million US dollars. Moving to the second section, which is NFT applications. In this section, I will discuss the various applications of NFTs and how they are reshaping the future of digital assets. Starting with the first application, which is digital art. Digital art is the creative content that exists on the visual or digital medium and consists of music, films, paintings, images, and more. It can be sold by artists and bought by art collectors, but it's also susceptible to being stolen. The use of NFTs in this regard attaches a unique hash with each piece of art that allows it to be differentiated. Artists or authors of original works can include their signature in the digital tokens. Although it's possible to make copies of the digital art, NFTs ensure that each copy belongs exclusively to the buyer such that it's not interchangeable with another copy. Moving to the second application, which is license and certifications. NFTs assigned to individual license and certifications can minimize the time and effort that companies have to expend on verifying critical documentation, thereby improving administrative operations. Also, the institutes issuing certificates and license can eliminate the workload of record keeping, with each document having a unique NFT that can be checked for authenticity. An example of this use case of NFT is Dasterin, which is an education-based company that sells online programming courses. The company uses NFTs to purchase course license and issue course completion certificates. Moving to the third NFT applications, which is posting gaming potential. NFTs have gained a significant amount of attention from the gaming community and developers. They can provide ownership data for in-game objects, fuel in-game economic systems, and provide many other perks to facilitate the players. Many standardized games let players buy different items and objects for inventory. However, if the purchased item is an NFT, the player could claim back the money by selling the item once they no longer need it. The player might even generate profit if the value of the sold item increased over the time. This process is not just beneficial for the gamers but also benefit developers in multiple ways. Every time an NFT is sold in the marketplace, developers earn royalty as well. Moving to the fourth NFT application, which is virtual world. For the virtual online world, blockchain present an excellent decentralized environment. In the real world, financial organizations have a variety of methods for evaluating assets. In order to get an appropriate assessment, it's generally required to hire an outside rating agency, which is costly procedure. As a result, many assets remain undervalued even outside market bounds, causing assets owners to lose trust. But in the virtual world, all types of digital activities are based on blockchain technology. So anyone wants to buy assets in a virtual space does not have to worry about authenticity of the assets because each change in ownership and money exchange is completely recorded in an Ethereum smart contract. That also prevents a lack of trust. There are variety of platforms that reflect the virtual world, each with its own marketplace, such as Decentraland, which is one of the most popular visual worlds and also known as the metaverse. A codified piece of metaverse can be purchased that converts to 16 meters by 16 meters area of virtual land. Land can be freely traded and can be used as per desired. So, for example, let's consider a hosting game that visitors may enter and play, or a shop that sells virtual or actual products. Perhaps a location where people can listen to a private concert or play at a casino using their hard earned cryptocurrency. Moving to the fifth NFT application, which is sport. So the NFT concept seemed to be natural fit for the sports sector where it gained popularity. Basketball, baseball, and boxing were among the sports that had the most expensive NFTs. The National Basketball Association (NBA) has launched a blockchain-based trading card system called NBA Top Shot, which enables basketball fans to buy, sell, and exchange officially licensed game highlights moments with their favorite players. Furthermore, Golden State Warriors have released their own NFTs, making them the first US sport team to do so. People like NFTs because they are completely transparent. Since NFT introduced a new way to generate revenue, it's more beneficial for athletes and fans than traditional ways such as advertisement. It's also a novel approach to connect with fans and provide them with a one of a kind experience. Moving to the third section of this paper, which is the challenges. Intellectual property issues are the next significant entry in the list of NFT risks and obstacles. It's important to evaluate an individual's ownership rights so as to a certain NFT. It is critical to determine whether the seller genuinely possesses the NFT before making a purchase. There have been instances of someone photographing NFTs or minting reproductions of NFTs. As a result, when an NFT is purchased, the owner gets the rights to utilize it only, but not the rights for intellectual property. The metadata of the underlying smart contract contains the terms and conditions for owning an NFT. It's obvious that NFT applications may offer great revenue opportunities. They do, however, face numerous difficulties. NFTs are being supported by celebrities, and there is a massive market hype bubble surrounding them. The trading volume of NFTs surged more than once in just 1 year, indicating that they have great potential. The second challenge of NFT is the cybersecurity. The growth of the digital world as well as the number of NFTs transactions has resulted in a significant increase in cybersecurity and fraud risk. Malicious actors can imitate well known NFT artists and sell counterfeit NFTs in their names. Copyright theft, copying of popular NFTs, or airdrops and NFT giveaways are some of the other major non fungible tokens threats and issues in terms of cybersecurity and fraud. One of the most recent examples of NFT cybersecurity concern is the theft of NFTs from Nifty gateway users by hackers. The advancement of technology not only allows for greater efficiency in the trade of digital assets, but it also introduces unwelcome danger, notably in the area of cybersecurity. Moving to the third challenge of NFT, which is the security and privacy issues. Security and privacy remain a critical challenge for every technological solution. The integrity and security of data is considered a priority in every system. The data, on the other hand, runs the danger of losing its linkage or being misappropriated by unauthorized parties. The privacy of NFTs is still being studied at this time. The majority of NFT transactions depend on the Ethereum platform, which only provides pseudo anonymity rather than complete anonymity. Users can hide their identities to some extent if the public is aware of the links between their true identities and associated addresses. Otherwise, all of the user's activities under the exposed address is visible. Smart contract development and security are one of the critical concerns in the NFT environment. Hackers recently targeted the famous decentralized finance protocol Poly network, which provides cross-chain interoperability. The NFT theft, which resulted in a loss of nearly 600 million US dollars, puts a focus on serious flaws in smart contract security. There are no clear security standards with industry-wide validation in the case of Solidity, which is one of the key causes that can lead to attack in smart contracts. Smart contract transactions and code are both immutable, which implies that developers must assure the security of the code and each transaction. But there are no defined standard procedures for designing smart contracts that developers should follow across projects. Developers don't have the tools they need to make smart contracts easier to develop, test, and verify, and most importantly, they don't have the tools to collaborate. Environmental impact is one of the challenges that faces NFTs. The growth in understanding of NFTs is influencing people to invest in the crypto technology, but it has several evidence regarding its detrimental effects on the environment. Ethereum is recently estimated to use 44.94 terawatt hours of electricity per year, which is nearly equivalent to the annual power consumption of countries such as Qatar and Hungary. The total amount of electricity usage regarding the mining of bitcoins is easily comparable to the electricity usage of countries like Malaysia and Sweden. According to a recent study, if blockchain based technologies become as widely adopted as other new technologies, it could push the Earth temperature 2 degrees Celsius above historical levels. Crypto miners have already been held responsible for power shortage in Iran, and a recent study showed that the energy consumption from the blockchain-based technology in China exceeds the Czech Republic's and Qatar's total annual greenhouse gas emissions. Moving to the fourth section, which is the discussion. In this section, I'll discuss some of the ways that can be implemented to address the risks in certain use cases and overcome some of the problems that I discussed before. Starting with the first point in this section, which is the privacy and security issues, which are one of the most important risk factors of multiple use cases of NFTs. All transactions take place on the internet where information related to each transaction is in danger to unauthorized access and exploitation. Emerging technologies such as zero knowledge proofs (ZKP) are being developed that can address these issues in the future. Zero knowledge proofs is a cryptographic mechanism that allows you to prove to another party specific attributes without revealing them. such as proving the age of the subject without disclosing the actual age. Moving to the second point, which is the blockchain based technologies. Blockchain based technologies boast of substantial security and privacy, but certain offshoots of technology are not completely immutable. The increased interest of users in cryptocurrency has led to the introduction of many platforms to facilitate the novel digital currency like web wallets. Although web wallets are based on the blockchain technology, they can be accessed by third parties when online, and some have weaknesses to phishing scams. Therefore, it's recommended that collectors and investors holding large amount of NFTs use more than just a web wallet. Non-browser wallets like Binance or Coinbase with advanced security teams and hardware wallets like Trezor, which guarantees that the private keys never leave the device, are the best options for long-term safekeeping of your crypto, and a more widespread use of such wallets can be reduce the likelihood of the risk of security and hacking attacks. Moving to the third point, which is the environmental impact. To decrease the environmental impacts of NFTs, developers can be encouraged to move towards more sustainable alternatives, including Solar Coin and BitGreen rather than the Ethereum blockchain. Finally, to sum up, NFTs are built on blockchain technology, specifically Ethereum, thereby making it transparent, traceable, and secure. The novel characteristic of unique tokens enable to use cases that had not been demonstrated before, such as the exclusive ownership of digital assets. NFTs are not only limited to digital assets but can be also applied to physical artistic works, allowing the exchange of physical assets similar to their digital counterparts. Numerous platforms facilitate the buying and selling of NFTs, comprising media of varied nature. Also, its use extended to many other domains, namely education, where NFTs are applied to license and certifications, fashion, where it used to distinguish each article, sports, where a new means of revenue generation through basketball card, NFTs is devised, and so on. The increasing widespread use of NFTs, however, comes with many challenges, including lack of industry-wide security standards for smart controls, uncertainty of intellectual property rights, and fraud risks. There exist viable solutions for many of these challenges, like the use of zero knowledge proofs for improved privacy, non browser wallets for enhanced protection of the crypto assets, and migration of blockchain development to more sustainable platforms such as Solarcoin and BitGreen. That's all about this paper, and I'm available if anyone has a question. Thank you for listening.